Hi everyone, it is Jenna from the D.D.N.O system with another video about acceptance. So today I wanted to talk about something that I think every system struggles with in one way or another, and that is body acceptance. A part of the reason this can be so difficult and so triggering for systems is because at one point or another we feel like perhaps our body betrayed us by sensations that we did not want, or perhaps by not doing what we thought it should, like fighting or fleeing a situation, by overwhelming pain that we could not accept. So I think the majority of systems have difficulty with body acceptance. I've my whole life had trouble. I would pick at my skin, pull my hairs, and there's fancy names for those compulsive types of behaviors because I couldn't stop. It was just this thing I had to keep doing. And a lot of systems cut. For me, I didn't notice until I was much older that those behaviors happened when I was more upset, more anxious, when I was trying to push down things that I was feeling. And at that point, I didn't know about my system. I didn't know I was dissociative. I just knew that I couldn't stop and that this was somehow giving me some relief. But what I realized when my system became active is that this body we all share. It's everybody's home, not just mine. And I was harming the home of the other alters. With compulsive behaviors, though, it's not something that you can just go, oh, and stop. It wasn't something I could just go, oh, and stop. The first thing I did was just label it what it was. This is a compulsive behavior because I'm stressed. And I didn't even try and stop it because that just increases stress. Just, this is a compulsive behavior because I'm stressed. And just that bit of mindfulness helped me to step away from the behavior just a little bit mentally. And over time, the behavior got less because I'd go, well, what am I stressed about? And I was able to more and more process my emotions. That was what I was learning in counseling, to be able to sit with my emotions. So while I do still do those behaviors, they are significantly less. I didn't start really accepting the body until other alters came along. When E first came, one of the things she was angry about was how I treated our body. She was like, you don't put on lotion every time you shower, you don't take care of our face or our hair properly, and I should put a picture in here of the way our hair used to look. I didn't know I had wavy hair, I just thought I had frizzy, poofy hair that was impossible to manage. And when I started taking better care of my hair, then all of a sudden my hair went from something I fought against to something that was easy, and I found it attractive and enjoyable. And it's been a similar road with the body. So the first thing E instituted was we went out and we bought lotion, good quality body lotion and good quality face regime stuff within a budget, because on a budget, y'all. And she was like, every day, every night. Lil, it was the hardest for Lil to remember, but she was really trying, like, okay, it's at night. She'd get in bed and go, no, I forgot to do the face stuff, and trudge back out, because this was something that E was very passionate about and I saw benefit in. And so we were all like, okay, whoever's out at night, these are the things you do. You know, you brush your teeth, you put the hair up, you put on face lotion, to whatever. Well, Jen, a couple months after all of this, had a huge kind of transformation. And one of the things that started it is she was just sitting, and she would avoid looking at the body. And at that point she went by J and accepted masculine pronouns, though she didn't consider herself gendered. She had felt very betrayed by our feminine body. our transition through puberty was extremely rough, with a lot of pain. And so she just was very distanced and repulsed by our femininity. And so one day she was out, and of her own, she just started looking at the body and touching it. Like, these are my arms, these are my hands, these are my legs, these are my feet. And just kind of feeling herself in the body and sitting with it. And while I think this might be triggering if maybe someone forced it, since it came like this was her own idea, this is what like triggered this big transformation of being able to just accept our feminine body and to realize that it hadn't actually betrayed us, that our body was doing the best it could with the information it had and the environment it had, and really that pain was a cry for help. So to see the pain as a cry for help instead of a betrayal was a huge deal, I think, for all of us. I mean, it just rippled across the system. And so she was able to accept this feminine body that she had before been so repulsed by. And shortly after that, I was reading on the benefits of massage, and it's like, expensive, we're on a budget. And like, who has time for that? I'm a mom, like, I don't have time for this. And I was listening to some self-help book, because I listen to those constantly. And he was talking about how, you can give yourself a massage. And I thought, he's already got us putting on lotion every shower. This wouldn't be too hard to go from this to just a little bit deeper tissue. And so it went from like taking 60 seconds to maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but I would rub the muscle groups and then I would thank our body, because quite frankly, we have a chronic illness and I feel betrayed by our body a lot. That it won't do what I want it to do is so frustrating. So instead of focusing on that, I would thank it for holding my babies today. I would rub in the deep muscles on my legs, thank them for the walking I was able to do that day. And one thing I realized is I have always wanted foot rubs, but I'm significantly OCD when it comes to certain things, and germs is definitely one of them. So I wouldn't let anyone touch my feet because it could not, and I wouldn't touch my own feet unless I was washing them. Well, I was like, this is a good opportunity. I'll have always just come out of the shower. So along with that, I would just rub into my feet and thank my feet for carrying me. And at first my feet were so sore. They were so tender because they were never touched and always just used, never shown any love. And so just this small practice, which adds like a couple minutes, literally like 2 minutes to my routine, has really helped me to be more accepting and grateful for what my body can do instead of feeling betrayed by what it can't do. It is accepting the body kind of as a whole has helped us to take its pain rather than a betrayal as a cry for help. And we're all pretty helpful. So to think of it like that as a nonverbal member of our system instead of just, this is the tool. This is a nonverbal member of our system sending us a cry for help. We can all chip in for that. There are still members who have more trouble in the body, members who have some dysphoria. But when they're out, they still do that. They still take care of this nonverbal member who is with us wherever we go, and that we all have to watch out for. So just that shift in thinking has helped us all to accept the body more. And I hope that you've found things, because I imagine we all have trouble accepting our bodies as systems. I hope you found things to help you. If you've got any great tips go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I'll catch you later.